Hey boys, where are we going?
To the hotel.
Why are we going to a hotel?
Because I like hotels.
That and we're getting our new car tomorrow.
Yay!
That's right, everybody. Welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel. We're actually heading up to Phoenix the night before to take delivery of our new Model Y. Unfortunately, we just had a meltdown in the back when Henry found out we are getting rid of the Explorer. That broke my heart a little. But we're driving up, so we're going to try and take delivery as early as we can.
It's okay, bud.
That's right. We stopped here in Casa Grande to charge up for heading up there, but we are heading up to Phoenix tonight, well, Mesa, to get our new car that we ordered. If you saw a lost clip in there, I don't know if I put it in or not. It broke my heart when Henry found out we're getting rid of the Explorer. He just started crying because it's the blue car. I should have ordered blue. Holy crap.
This is more.
I hope everyone's okay, but from the looks of it, I'm not entirely sure.
What happened?
Oh, that car's on fire. I'm glad we're on this side right now, and I just hope everyone that was in that car and truck is okay. Oh, we made it to the hotel for the night. Let's get checked in. All checked into our room, time to go to bed. Let's go to bed and get up and get us a new car. And good morning from Chandler. Now we're heading up to Mesa to actually pick up the car. But first I would like to say, bear down UofA. We actually beat Oklahoma last night in the Alamo Bowl, which I came around last time we actually won a bowl game as a football team. So I'm wearing my UofA Teddy Bruschi jersey right now to celebrate the win. And got my UofA Pegasus on. All right, let's go get some breakfast and go pick up the car. Sussman, isn't that the name of Tom Cruise's character in Tropic Thunder? Too early. Almost forgot. I'm in enemy territory right now. Oh, finally get to see one in real life.
It was in my own.
Should we have gotten that one instead?
Yeah. No.
Looks like a what?
It was a car with a boat on wheel.
It kind of does look like a boat with wheels. It's one thing to be prepared for. They do say that delivery takes about 15 minutes. Well, we signed the paperwork about an hour ago. Still waiting for the car. Out with the old and in with the new. So first impressions is the body lines and gaps are so much better than they were on my Model 3. On my Model 3, they were ridiculously uneven and all over the place. I mean, right here is a little bit of, like, see, I can't put my finger over it. But other than that, it looks a lot cleaner and a lot better put together than the original models from, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. One thing you'll notice too, there's no ultrasonic sensors. It all uses the cameras now for the autopilot and for everything else. You gotta say, I was a little not sold on the color, but now that I'm seeing it, I like it a lot. Now that we've visited with our friend for a little while, we're now getting ready to stop and get some food, then head home. So the overall experience with Tesla is pretty seamless and easy. The one thing I will say is the estimated 15-minute wait time for everything to get done took about an hour and a half. Granted, they were charging the car for me, and my only knock is I definitely had some questions I want to ask because when I got my previous car, the $7,500 tax credit wasn't an option. So I wanted to talk to someone about that. And finally, when everything was ready, they said, okay, you're ready to go. We're just waiting for someone to put the license or the temporary tag on your car. I was like, yeah, I had questions. He goes, oh, what questions? I wanted to know about how to file the $7,500 tax credit. As far as I know, there's really nothing else I got to do except file my taxes. He's like, I don't know, I'm just a tech. And everything he came out to help me with, I had already done in the car while waiting. So they sent someone else out and they told me what I need to do, the paperwork I need to have ready for it and everything. That's all I needed to know. So that was a little frustrating. Hour and a half, and I really had no one go over anything with me. And not to throw anyone under the bus, but no one once checked our license or ID or proof of insurance or anything. I literally just signed the paperwork and they said, okay, have a good day, bye. So I don't know, because I know last time I did it, I had to show all my stuff in there. Kind of interesting. But so far so good. The car itself is riding really smooth. I haven't noticed any wind noise, which is amazing. Because that was my biggest knock in the Model 3, is the wind noise. Sometimes you couldn't hear anything in the car because of it. And I've been on the freeway quite a bit already here in Phoenix. So far so good. Let's go over a couple other things in the car here. Well, that's always what you want to see after getting a new car, is you start getting a bunch of warnings popping up. Well, we're about to pull over and get some lunch, so we're going to take a look at those. Looking good. Time to get lunch. They opened a new one here in Phoenix. Because we were originally going to try Jollibee, which is a Filipino fried chicken place I've been really wanting to try, but it's on the other side, and this is on the way home. So let's get in there. The other big thing we're going to talk about is the differences between the 3 and the Y as far as the accessories go. I've actually already ordered most of the accessories I need for the new car, and I wish they actually came with the car or were a cheaper option directly from Tesla. But all-weather floor mats is a must. You know, it wasn't until I got home and actually took a good, long, hard look at the car, I discovered it actually does have carpeted floor mats now. But I already ordered the all-weather ones coming soon. And I ordered a new little console thing I'm really excited to try I didn't have for the Model 3. The thing with the Model 3 is I really over-ordered last time. So now I've learned my mistakes, and we're trying to correct them with this new car. Just got done in a Supercharger. We would have been able to get home just fine, because it's like I run a couple errands when I get home and then go to work. I decided just to quote-unquote top off. And a common question we get is how long does it take to supercharge? And I'll start by saying you don't want to supercharge all the time. In fact, you want to do it as little and as infrequent as possible. But if you do, make sure you precondition the battery by putting into the navigation where you want to go and to go to the supercharger so your battery pack warms up. And only do it if you're below 20%, and don't ever charge it to 100 if you can avoid that. Now, road trips go to 90, 95, but even then, very sparingly. Like right now, since we only had to supercharge for about 30% power, I was there for like 6 minutes. So not very long at all. Like on our road trips, when we go to California, like when we drove to Florida, we would charge for about 15 to 25 minutes a stop. That was because we also got out with the kids, let them walk around, stretch their legs. Supercharging does add a little bit more time to your trips, but very nominal. Same way that a traffic jam can add time to your trips. It just varies. Now, onward to home. And we just dropped off the rental car. So now we are somewhat carless. Well, rental carless. Still have to get our other car from the shop, but we have the Model Y. And this is the first time we've actually got to discuss it because Dana's finally seen it. And here we are. So let me ask you, hon, what is your first impressions of the car?
It's pretty. It sits up a lot higher.
Which is something I really like about it. Any cons so far? I mean, you only drove it a little bit ways to follow me to drop off our rental car.
No? What?
Because like so far my pros and cons are pro, yes, it sits higher. Con, this sounds like such a weird gripe. With the Tesla, I always thought it was kind of cool, the Model 3, where you can only barely see the nose of the car, so it was kind of easy to like maneuver. I can't see the nose of this one at all. So it's like I'm sitting on the edge in like one of those like U-Haul Penske trucks where you're just kind of up against the glass. And even though it's supposed to be only slated for 260 miles range, I drove from Phoenix all the way back here, well, technically from Mesa. I did stop and charge just to make sure I had some extra juice to do what we're doing right now. But the reality is, I would have got home with over 38% power off of an 80% charge, leaving Mesa, Arizona, which is about an hour and a half / 110 mile drive. And that's kind of probably underestimating. And rode like a champ. The other thing is, I was not expecting it to come with tinting on the back windows, the very back, and the top. Well, the top has a UV coating, obviously, but they're all tinted enough where I was like, oh, we only have to get the driver and passenger side tinted. So, yay. Okay. But now we got to match those up, because that was what we did last time, and I do regret not getting the top part tinted last time, because now I get quoted at the same price it cost to tint everything else just for that little back window. Yeah. Okay, well, we got it. Couple things too, it doesn't have the ultrasonic sensors anymore, so it's just going to be based off of cameras. I like because it gives a little slippery look on the outside, and I really like the color, which unfortunately broke Henry's heart because it's not blue. You guys should have heard him last night. He was crying, like really crying, because we're getting rid of the blue car. I was like, oh God, I'm sorry, buddy. Yes. Like, I even told you, should I get the blue one for Henry? Like, get the color you want. Yeah. And now I'm a bad father. Can't think of any other pros or cons right now as we just got it, but so far everything is good to go. Couple of small gripes. One, they don't come with like a license plate cover anymore like they did in the previous models. And they obviously don't come with a charger anymore, but we already have 2 chargers, but we're currently having issues with one of our chargers, so I got to look more into it later on. They do give you the little adapter though, which is good. So we have the adapter if we go to a non-Tesla charger. So yeah, we can charge more places than just Tesla chargers, but why would you do that unless you have to? But that's it, guys. We are now a multi-Tesla family. Which, if you watch the other video where we're not doing it, it just doesn't make sense. Stuff had changed since that last video where numbers and everything else finally made sense. So we decided to jump on it and take advantage of the $7,500 tax credit, which was the other kind of gripe at the dealership. There was really no interaction with anyone other than they checked us in. A guy came over and signed paperwork with us, which I don't know if you noticed, I thought was weird. We didn't show IDs, proof of insurance, or anything. Like, granted, we uploaded it to the system, but no one checked our stuff in the shop itself. So if I just walked in and said, yep, I'm him, technically I could have walked out with someone else's car, right? I didn't even think about that until after we left. I mean, granted, we know we're not doing anything shady, but they don't know we're not doing anything shady
at all.
Well, that's Phoenix for you. Kidding. All right, so multi-Tesla family. Now we're going to probably do some comparison stuff. I'll talk accessories in an upcoming video. I've already ordered a couple things, mostly just floor mats. But there's a few other things we got to get to make sure this car is Henry and Charlie proof. Yeah. So thanks for taking another long ride with us. Did you think it was worth going up there last night?
It just made it easier.
Yeah, because we went up the night before, so that way we can just go straight there. And I was able to stop by and briefly see my friend just for a couple minutes because I had to stop and charge the car anyway. And otherwise, we got up there and back relatively easily. We saw that weird fire last night, the truck on fire, which you saw earlier in the video. I just feel bad we didn't actually get to have like a real meal. We went to Target to grab a couple quick things for breakfast. All in all, though, it was a nice little fun getaway. The kids always love a hotel room.
Yeah.
Even though the beds weren't that comfortable at this particular one.
But they slept in.
They slept in. They were so tired, they were in the car up with us late. All right, guys, thanks for taking the ride with us. Let's take another ride again soon. Sorry for this kind of all over the place video, but we got a new car and I'm excited. Now we got to figure out what to do with the old car. Ooh.